about it. Like I feel pretty comfortable. Like I am as far along in Godot as I was in Unity,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I know it sounds impossible, but
No, no,
like
no, 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 no.
if you already learned in Unity,
Yep.
it is really transferable, especially because that's the whole point of learning the fundamentals. That's why I spent so
Yeah,
much
because
time
it
on
is
that at one
it is
point.
a transferable skill. Like
Yeah.
when you,
If you understand the actual process behind what's going on, the syntax is just simply learning that syntax,
right?
which is not that hard, honestly. I mean, it could be, if it's JavaScript or something like C, or even C++ is really hard to read and write. But the theories are all the same though. In
Yeah.
the end, it's just how you write it out.
I personally prefer how clean C sharp to me looks the cleanest, but it could just be the fact that I started with that one, so
I
I'm more
think C
familiar.
sharp is organized
Yeah,
looking.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I like.
Python and GD script to me are the cleanest because like there's almost nothing but letters. That's why I do like that.
Yeah,
But I love how C sharp, like the curly brackets and stuff, it just what is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
meant, like where things are because it's
Writing
all
writing
surrounded.
methods is so good, and like I don't know, writing methods just makes a lot of sense in C sharp to me, and writing functions in JavaScript sucks ass. Hate it so much.
The the functions for GD script it's the same as C sharp. The only difference is the biggest difference so far between the languages is in GD script I don't think you can, like, every variable starts with var. It has to start with var. And then you type out the name of the variable. And then if you want to, like, what do you call it? Like, use an identifier, like say it's like a string or whatever,
Mm.
you have to put that after the name of the variable. So and the order is var, name of variable, colon, the type of variable, and then equals whatever you want it to be. It's weird.
Yeah,
But that's the biggest difference across the languages so far. Other than that, there's no differences, which is really cool.
yeah, definitely. I really it's so weird because I saw var a lot back in the day, back when I was hearing about JavaScript, and like now that I'm doing JavaScript, they're like, no, don't use var.
Coming, Captain.
When I was learning Java, so when I first started learning programming languages, and this is several years ago, I guess, 'cause I've been like, there was a point where I was just kind of doing it to see what it was about,
Mm.
and my first language I ever tried to learn was Java. And in Java, you have var, but they heavily teach against it because, like, I mean, first of all, it's just quicker to instantiate the type of variable you're using to use an identifier because then the computer doesn't have to figure it out for itself.
Mm.
Like, and especially in GD script, if I use an identifier on my variable, it loads up so much faster than if I didn't. But it's also a lot easier just to write var, like if you're going quickly, because you don't have to think about the variable. And in some languages like C sharp, typing var can be useful if you know that that variable type is going to be changing over time because of like methods altering it or whatever.
Yeah.
But like people generally teach against it. They don't want you to use var because it's like a handicap almost. Like if you get used to it, you'll get too comfortable and you'll forget how to declare variable types.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I don't use it in C sharp, but I don't mind it in GD script because
Does
it
its
doesn't really
job.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's smart enough to know it, and if I want to declare, I still can. But so far, I've had no issues at all of just using var. But again, if I was in C sharp, I would not be using var. I would absolutely be saying like, this is a string or whatever.
Yeah.
Who keeps ordering
And again,
these?
you only do that though, even in C sharp, you only do that for performance because C sharp is not very performative because it has to compile everything. So if the less compiling it has to do, the better. But
Yeah.
since GD script is built into the engine, it's like, it's just for the engine, right? It's a dedicated language. So it's already super fast, but you can make it even faster if you optimize your code. Which I'm bad at usually, but I can do it with variables.
I was gonna say it's not necessarily an easy thing to do. So, what was I gonna say? Fuck. Oh, I was gonna change gears. So I looked up how many monsters are on Monster Hunter now, and it is 13 monsters and no Elder Dragons yet. So I guess this is just a preparatory phase. I was really excited
Yeah,
to find an Elder Dragon.
like that's like how Pokemon Go went. You know, when it first came
I
out,
would
it was
love Monster Hunter raids, so those would be so fun. I just wish they wouldn't lock them to like areas. That'd be
I mean, if they do it like Pokemon Go, it'll be viable if you want to do
raid pass.
like a remote one where you can do it from far away.
Did you ever do the
Like-
raid in Monster Hunter World? There was a really I'm trying to remember her name. She was a gold monster.
I
Had
don't
this.
think I did, no.
Oh, dude, it's so fun. I would play that again just to do that. What is her name? Hold on, now it's gonna bother. Kulftarat, I think is her name. Yeah, that's her, Kulftarat. So basically, the raid worked like you had to make her run away a couple of times by breaking her tail off, and then when you successfully like made her run away at a certain point, there was a gauge that built up, and then you'd go in there and actually slay her. You had to do it with like a pretty big party. Really fun
I
raid
enjoy
though.
those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was and she's a beautiful monster because she's just shimmering gold, like these huge like ram like antlers.
Yeah, that game still holds up today, honestly.
Oh, Monster Hunter World's beautiful, dude. I was looking
That's
at
why I've seen, like that new one Rise. I mean, like, I'm sure it's fun, but graphically, coming from the Switch, they definitely just ported it, and it was definitely a down.
playing Monster Hunter now is maybe want to play Rise, but if I play Rise again, I might just buy it on Steam because it looks great on Steam. I mean on PC.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm level 15 in that.
Oh yeah, I'm 28, I believe.
I'm past like the initial, the tutorial, but it took me a few days, and
Yeah. Have you unlocked any weapons?
No, I'm not sure when I get them. I'm
Yeah.
like on chapter 2. I need to slay 2
You're
more,
close.
like,
You're really close. I think it was like I was Hunter rank
Be right there.
like 12 or 14, 15, 16, something like somewhere in that range. And that's when I started unlocking, and I love, dude, it's so fun. I play with the long sword sometimes, and then sword and shield. I really like sword and shield too, though, so I got fortunate with that one. I think it's a fun one to play.
I always go Sword and Shield usually on these games. I don't know why. I feel like it's the one that people think is weak, but if you know what you're doing,
Oh, it's
like,
so fun, dude. The
Yeah.
combos you can do with them, really good. I just unlocked the Paolumu, and then you remember that one, the one with the air sac neck that floats in the air, looks really cute at first. And
okay.
I love him. I got, dude, the Gyros, the higher level Gyros, the one that has the snake fangs and paralyzes you. That one beats my ass a lot. Yeah, he beats my ass on Monster Hunter now, every now and again. He'll paralyze me and then he'll hit me again. And then I got Duratotus, the fish guy.
Yeah, I think I'm about to get the new weapons. I'm doing it now. I'm about to get to chapter 3, which I'm assuming is going to be what you're talking about, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I think this is a cool game, but I definitely worry about the future just because of how the like Niantic with Pokemon Go is. It just became a money pit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you could literally spend $100 on Pokemon Go, and you could throw it all away because it's all like RNG. At the end of the day, like,
Yeah.
you like, for example, if I'm in Fort Payne, I can buy a remote raid pass and do a raid with someone like an Olympic. That you can do that no problem. But that raid pass is like $2. Okay. And then if I enter the raid at all, win or lose, the raid pass is $1.
Yeah.
If I beat the raid, if I do win the raid, which is you usually do with the team, you then have a 1 in 5 chance to catch the Pokemon. So like, on average, you're spending $10 per raid to catch something. And then on top of that, if you want to shiny hunt the raid Pokemon, because everyone does, you then have another like 1 in 10 chance on top of the 1 in 5 to catch it. So you have, on average, it's 50 raid passes for a shiny raid.
Yeah.
And like, that's $2 a pop. So you're spending $100 for like, I mean, for you, you're basically buying a shiny legendary for $100, which
Yeah,
for
I never
me, like
did any of the raids.
morally, that makes me mad because I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not how shiny hunting should be.
No.
But also, like, the money is ridiculously expensive for what you're getting out of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, the one that made me really not like Pokemon Go was they released a Genesect raid, and it was shiny huntable. And it's
That's what they get you
frustrating.
to, because that's a mythical, and to get a shiny mythical is
It's a
like near to
mythic,
impossible.
and it is the only time shiny Genesect has ever been available in
Yeah.
the entire world.
Yeah.
Worldwide, never been shiny huntable in a game, and they made it a viable
Yeah,
event.
that's what I was about to say, and they make it fucking pay to do it.
And you're gonna be paying because it was a super hard raid.
No, yeah.
Elias got the great sword. Nice.
Yeah. The great sword. Alex's favorite weapon is the great sword. I personally think it's too slow, but great sword.
Yeah, it's slow, but it hits like a truck when you do hit.
Yeah.
If you hit, that's the whole point. It's one of those weapons where you can't spam click. You have to kind of like be patient.
I don't know if you noticed, but there are like these really cool combos you can do if you dodge certain ways. Like one of the ones you can do is if you dodge back with your sword and shield, you'll do your thing where you pull your shield back and then you like run up them. Really fun. Love it. So good.
It's pretty cool. It's a good game.
I think
I'm definitely concerned about the future.
Yeah, I definitely think that in terms of like just gameplay, it is far more entertaining than Pokemon Go.
Oh
because,
yeah, for sure.
Because the hunts actually feel like fun, and at first I was actually worried about them having that red outline on the monsters when they attack. But honestly, like as it goes further, you get hit like once or twice, you're done.
Yeah, even with the red outline, I still don't get perfect dodges, but like every other time.
Yeah.
The timings are actually pretty difficult to get sometimes, which I like. I like that it has a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
I just got locked on my helmet, so I can like target lens like and break them a little easier.
Yeah.
I like that's honestly my favorite part about Monster Hunter is like figuring out what you can break off of monsters and then like,
and like
the fact that like it usually like it like visually changes them, like it actually breaks it off. It's not just like, oh, you broke it, like I don't know why, but even as a kid that was like my go-to thing. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna break everything. I just love it. It's so stupid and cool.
No, I remember when I played Dragon's Dogma before I played Monster Hunter, right? And I knew, both made by both.
They're making a second one. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, of course I did, dude. That's my favorite. That's my favorite RPG. And what I love about it is that it looks just like one, except better graphics, and that's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah, just give me more story, because the story was amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
It was
Don't spoil anything. I haven't finished it yet.
What? Oh.
I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it. Yeah, I'm gonna finish it.
How far are you?
I'll tell you why I haven't finished it, because there was a point where I realized once I'm done with this game, that's it. And I was like,
I don't want to spoil it for you, but that's not true.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, like, once I'm done with this game, like, once I finish the game, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, same thing with, like, Oblivion.
Once you finish the game, there is New Game Plus.
Yeah.
And it is infinitely New Game Plus. And not even just that, but it's lore friendly. That's all I'm gonna say. You need to beat it, because it is amazing. Oh my god.
I'm gonna.
It is such a cool game, and then the end of it, like it's oh my god.
Yeah, no, I know it's good.
Oh my god.
Such a good game. I got a little bit past where you start working with the past arisen.
Okay. Okay. So you're not that far from beating it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But there's also like a bunch of like relationship quests you can pursue.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a big side quest guy.
And there's like a couple different endings, I guess, kinda like what happens to different characters, and like for example, like there's a side quest where you can actually like get with the queen and like cheat and like.
Yeah, I've already done that. Yeah, I've done that. Not cheat, but like I got caught.
If you do that, yeah, it changes the game's ending a bit. And there's just like there's a bunch of different outcomes you can get, but it's worth doing this like stuff for sure. Not to mention, like, if you don't, you're gonna be super under leveled at the end, and it's super hard. But
yeah, no, I'm a big side quest head, dude.
That game is really hard, Like I played on hard mode. I'm playing it on hard mode. I actually just
Yeah,
restarted
no,
it.
hard mode's insane, but I feel
Um,
that's the way it's supposed to be played, dude.
but you can also like once you beat the game, or even if you don't, you can actually just start a new game on hard mode, and whatever save you have at the moment, you can transfer to your hard mode and start with that immediately, which is kind of weird. It's like if you play through the game on normal and like max out your character, you can start hard mode with that character, and, like just bring him right in, and that's
Mhm.
like intentional. I guess that's I think what they intended for hard mode to be was like a progression thing where, because it gives you more money and drops and XP on hard mode.
Mhm.
So it's meant to be that point where if you want to, you can then up your game to be harder for better rewards if once you get ready for it. But of course, people take it as a challenge and start off immediately in hard mode.
No, I
But
definitely started off in hard mode. But once you pass a certain level, it's fine. It's not like
yeah, like the first half of the game feels like Dark Souls kind of, in terms of
yeah,
difficulty. And then and I think it's clever that they do it this way is you actually like you become the Arisen and like you actually get strong and like the world suddenly feels less scary because you can kill everything easier, like, and it makes sense because that's what the point of the Arisen is. He's incredibly strong.
yeah.
So like you actually have that happen over time and until you get to the DLC, because the DLC
Yeah, I accidentally went to the DLC when I first because I only had like when I found out about the about that game, I could only get the Dark Arisen edition because it was so like
okay,
late in its life.
yeah,
So the girl was by the dock and she was like, "You want to go to a bit of Black Isle?" And I was like, "Well, of course
yeah,
I do. I love exploring, and it doesn't
yeah,
warn you about it being DLC or anything until you land on the island. Then it's like this is the DLC area. It's a little hot. It's a little heavy or a little hard." And I was like, "Oh well, that's fine. I'm already here. I might as well check it out. And I ran through and I just like one after another. I was like, ah! Like
it's
it was.
even like with the proper leveling, like if you go in there, like I think you're meant to be like level 40 or 50 or something. I don't remember.
Now, is
Even
that
if you
something you
are,
need to do post game or before?
you're meant to do it like at the end of the game.
But
Is when you're
not.
meant to like
Yeah, but not
you can do
after.
it. Like I mean I've seen people speedrun it, and they do it like
No,
right
no,
away.
I'm talking about lore friendly wise. I want to do it like as
The
lore.
lore is pretty much separate if you go there. Like
Oh,
it won't
okay.
really impact anything. But
Okay.
like there is lore that like does transfer over. Like yeah, it's this world building really. It just builds more of the world. But the items you get there are incredibly strong if you do bring them to the real game. So like that may be something you want to avoid.
Yeah,
Because like
yeah.
if you do manage to get them, your game is gonna be a lot easier after that because they are incredibly strong.
Yeah.
But to get them is also incredibly hard because of what they are. That's the whole point.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, and like it's so disappointing to me that Japan got an MMO of it
I
for a
know.
year,
I don't know if you ever
and it
watched
looked
any of them.
good. It
Yes.
looked good.
It was
Like,
so good, dude. So good. The
and
only
like
because the
the pawn
combat was the
system.
same. The combat
The
system.
pawn system is to me one of the coolest game mechanics
Mm-hmm.
of all time. Like hands down, all time top 5 game mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's crazy,
No,
but it
no,
is.
it's good.
It is
No.
a crazy cool game, and then to implement that in an MMO is like the dream to me. Like
Yeah.
that's such a cool idea to do.
What I
Like
the only thing that makes me sad is they've kind of confirmed that it's not multiplayer. Dragon's Dogma 2.
I don't want it to be. I mean,
Oh.
I think it should still be the pawn system where you can let your friend borrow your, like that's what I love about it because like you don't have to rely on your other friends, but you can borrow your friend's progress in the game. And like I loved like the pawns would learn about questing
Yeah.
as they did them, and then like if you borrowed that pawn from your friend who's done that quest, the pawn like gives you info about the quest and the weaknesses and stuff. Like it's just such a perfect system. Like it's so clever, and oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah, no,
I
I agree.
love it. Is just so like
I just wish too they would have made it where if your companion summoned your pawn, you could like play as your pawn.
yeah. I mean, like
That would have been really
I
cool.
get it. It would have been like the ultimate thing. But I also understand like that's not what a pawn is. The pawns literally are souls. Like they're just vessels to help the Arisen or whatever. So it wouldn't make sense to have a playable pawn because they don't have souls or anything. I mean, well, they might. I don't know. We don't really know enough about them, and that's what I'm hoping the new game is gonna touch on more is like what are even pawns, because I know you haven't beat it, but like there is some lore on the pawns that you like get introduced to at some point. it's questionable, like, if we should really be helping or using them or not, because they seem like they may have more to them than we think.
1 second.
So it,
1 second.
yeah, you're good.
Sorry. Joanna came in here being Joanna.
What, are you in trouble?
Yeah, she was like, because I was doing like an hour of coding work, and then I started playing Outer Worlds, and then normally before I go to bed, I do another hour of work, and she's like, it just seems like you're never doing your work. I'm like, what? I was taking a break. I do my work.
I mean, like, Cynthia is encouraging about me, like, trying to learn code and everything, but, I mean, she's not, like, nagging, but she'll ask, like, oh, what I learned today, and it's sometimes, like, nothing, like, it's, like, sometimes it's
just practice sometimes.
there's a difference between, like, working and learning, like, because, like, if you know something, you can do it all day long and not have to think about it, but when you're learning something new, like, the mental tax of that is insane, and, like, you can only learn so much in a day
Before you start,
before,
like,
before your brain literally, like, gives out.
Yeah, and you're watching the stuff, and you're not absorbing anything. I hate that feeling so
Yeah,
much.
so, like, sometimes I only learn, like, I mean, like I said, I've been cramming this weekend just because I want to get up to to date with Godot, but there's probably, like, gonna be a few days coming up here where I just don't learn anything, and it's just gonna be me, like, playing a stupid video game or something.
Yeah.
And, like, it's not like I don't want to learn, it's just like I have hit a capacity and my brain needs to, like,
yeah, exactly.
compile
Yeah,
everything.
you gotta chill and, like, relax. And Joanna doesn't get that idea of downtime, especially with me having the fucking kids. And, like, I mean, I say the fucking kids. I love the kids, but, like,
But
having
yeah,
them
they are
having them all day,
mental tax as
right?
well.
Having
Physical
them
too.
having them all day, and then come and, like, not getting to do any studying, or sometimes trying to study when I have them here, and then and then, like, them, like, I don't know, it's really bad for me when I don't get to just sit down and study.
I can't wait.
And then I have to, like,
What's up?
I sit down trying to, and then I have to take my attention to them, and then I have to try to come back and sit down and absorb some. It, like, stresses me out. So then, I don't know, man. It just kills me whenever she gets pissed. She's like, you're not doing it. You're not doing your stuff. And I'm like, you would like, I don't know. There's just so many aspects of it that really piss me off.
I totally get it.
I'm just like,
It's,
you mean you're not, like, you won't, like, she doesn't even.
I think you should get her to do it alongside you one day.
I try.
And
She has no
yeah.
interest in anything I do, and that's, like, why she doesn't get the whole.
Yeah, so, like, it's hard to stay motivated. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know like I said, I've been learning code for a while, but, like, I would say in the past year, I've learned more in the past year than I did in the first 2 years.
These ought to be enough.
Because, like,
Let's
for this
get back
first
to
2 years,
Monarch.
I was just like, I'll
There's an
look
old
at
base
it,
I
and then
used to call
I'll
home.
not touch it for
I
4
can get us in the
months,
door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the
But
Queen's
in
Brood
the
to
past,
get
I
to
would
the
say
center.
year, I've
We'll
really
set the
kept
bait
at
there.
it better and learned a lot.
Password to the
But
door is Charon.
for a while there, man, I was just like, it was so hard to, like,
Hayes' idea.
grasp
Clara,
anything.
Hayes,
Like,
Anders, Rebecca,
I just, like, I
Opal,
remember when I was
Nyoko.
first learning how functions
Charon.
worked, it literally took
You
me
said
like
it
a
was some
week
old myth,
to, like,
something about death
wrap
and
my
all the
head
things we
around
killed.
what a function was and
Rest
how
of
it
us just
worked
thought
and
it sounded cool,
what
so
it
here
meant
we are.
to use functions. And now it's like, it's like, oh, that's super simple. And
Mm-hmm.
conceptually, like I've pretty much hit the point where like I know all the fundamentals,
Fucking right we are.
but like to get there, it took me like 2 years of just on and off learning.
Yeah.
And I had the luxury of not having like a a deadline hovering
Yeah.
over me. Like I know I guess you probably
Yeah,
do, right?
I do. Yeah, no, I
So
absolutely do. I have a quota I have to meet every week.
yeah, so like if I didn't have that luxury, like because thankfully my wife has an amazing job and supports me, like uh with money or whatever. Without that, it would be so much more stressful
Yeah.
to try to like learn this because it is tough. Like it is such a difficult concept to grasp, especially if you're self-teaching more or less,
Yeah.
self-taught.
Oh,
Like
yeah, definitely.
it is a lot. It is a lot. So I totally understand.
Yeah, I don't know. She just gets on this wave where I don't know. It kills me because, like, back when we first got together, she's always been, she's just super, like, judgmental about the whole playing games thing. And, like, it kills, at least Cynthia, like, plays video games, so she kind of gets it a little bit more,
Dude, she's been in the living room throughout the past week straight playing Starfield. I haven't even seen her in a week.
Really? She's really into that? That's good.
Oh, she is loving it. Yeah, I
That's
mean, she's
cool.
like that with she did the same thing with Fallout and all that too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
That's
am
awesome.
definitely fortunate.
Here's a problem.
Yeah,
we can't
but, like,
I know a lot of people. I mean, it's not always women. Like a lot of spouses in general
yeah.
will be against it.
It doesn't
And I
even
don't
bother
mind
me. It
it.
doesn't even bother me that she doesn't, and I'm not asking her to be a gamer girl or anything, but she has her stupid hobbies. I have my stupid like things I like to do, and I just don't get the
Yeah,
fucking.
it's no different than sitting down and watching TV.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
just don't.
if anything, it's better because it's engaging mentally.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I
Yeah, she just thinks it's a waste of time, and like, or she thinks me hanging out with like Alex and Andrew is like a waste of time. But it's like, nah, man, these are people who help me like decompress and who value me as a person. So I enjoy like getting that like attention, validation, and like time. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I mean, I mean, it's socializing. I mean,
yeah.
even if it is on the internet, it's still socializing. I
Well,
mean,
me
if
and Alex have known each other forever, and
yeah, I
so
mean, I know you knew him when I already met
yes,
you. You'd already
yeah,
known him all your life.
yeah.
So yeah,
So I mean, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, it's just
I think she just expects me to be like a machine and just like not like to sound, cringy, but like she expects me to just be like shut down and do work. So
yeah. What is she doing? Is she working right now?
yeah, she's working at an optometrist office. She just got
Oh,
certified
okay.
for something, so that's pretty cool. I
That's
don't
nice.
I don't know what the title is, but yeah, it's good. I mean,
Does she have like a set schedule, or how does that
yeah,
work?
she works Monday through Friday,
Mm.
and I work Friday, Saturday. Well, she doesn't work on Friday. Sorry, she works like half a day on Friday. I
Yeah.
work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then do this stuff to try to get a different job. But before we were both working like pretty full. I mean, which working at Walmart's been pretty fortunate because it's a good paying job. As much as I hate it.
Yeah. When Cynthia worked there in Mississippi, it was only like 10 an hour, and then I think at one point
Yeah,
they
when I worked
like
there before, it was pretty bad. But yeah,
I
now
think they
it's.
bumped it to like 12 or something at some point, but it
Mhm.
was after she had already left. But she didn't like it at Walmart
No, it
because
sucks. No, it's awful. It's worse than when I worked here when I was 18, which is crazy because an 18-year-old mindset.
yeah, it's
Harlow.
just for her it was they like promised her supervisor in her department,
Yeah.
and they were like training her and all this, like to get ready for it, and then they kept training her and kept having her
Well,
go to
hey
work
there,
as a
Hullhead.
supervisor,
Mhm.
but never actually
Clawed your
gave her
way
that
out of the
job
groundbreaker at long last?
for like 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So it was just like they were just stringing her
Oh,
along,
sorry. Were you expecting
getting
me
her
to
to do
say
all the
something?
supervisor work, but not
Maybe a
actually
long time
paying
no
her
see,
for that
or a
work,
you've aged, old man.
which is awful, obviously.
No, that's fine. I'll do my own introductions. Phelan. Harlow Phelan. This is awkward.
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He kicks things what need kicking, and we look the other way when he starts talking anti-corporate. It's a good arrangement.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Tell me why you're here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear.
I've
Change
completely
is
blanked
not to
on how
be
to set my
feared.
direction.
I
Is it
brought
just
you here
direction?
because I want to know where Felix's
Are
loyalty
you back on
lies.
Godot?
When the day of our revolution
I'm always
comes,
in Godot,
I
man.
want to know that I can rely on him.
It's awful.
He said you were done, bro.
Did I? That doesn't sound like me. Oh man. Is it input direction? Is that what I'm looking for? My guy always
Everyone
starts
in my
facing
crew
left. I want
proves
to
their
have him
loyalty.
face down.
No
and
exceptions.
Start up.
Not even Felix.
Input direction.
I want you to deal with a
dot-
traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do
Oh,
nicely.
it's a vector, so I could probably just.
Then Felix will have done me a favor, and I will be
Also in
grateful.
Godot, I don't know if it's
imagine
like
we'll
it's in
catch up
Unity,
on lost
but
time
the Y,
and a long
X,
talk
Y
about his
coordinates or
future.
axis. X is going left is -1, and then like positive is +1. But in Godot,
Ratted us out to the board.
down is
He's been
positive
an
Y,
informant. Has been
and
for
up
years.
is negative
When
Y,
he
which
realized
makes
I was
no
onto
sense
him,
to me.
he and his little cadre mutinied.
But that's how it is.
Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
Clyde offered me a hand when nobody else would. I'd say I owe him a good turn.
There you have it, Captain. A favor for an old friend.
All right.
We get rid of this traitor for you and I'm in? I mean, assuming I want it.
We're building a new world together, Felix. You'll want in. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
That does not work.
Well enough. It's been a... You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue...
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
All right, we're gonna go kill this man for you.
Nothing to do but stand around and watch the stars go by.
I need to get the frame. Like, oh, yeah, that's. Oh no.
Where do you think you're going?
I want the start frame. So.
Hey, nice form. Good delivery, too. You looking to join Captain Harlow's crew, huh? All right.
Animation tree? Sprite 2D dot. Okay, I want the frame. Dot frame? Is that a thing? Oh my god. Okay. And can I just put it in like a.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a...
And it's frame 1. Okay. Can I just put a 1 there? And
Think-
does that work?
I think so, buddy. I think you can.
It doesn't. Let's see. Nope, it crashed.
match from my pilot.
Wait, Godot
skills.
crash? That sucks.
Well, not this is my game. Okay.
Oh,
Non-existent function frame and no, there is a frame function. Oh, it's not a function. Okay. Okay, so frame dot get. Let's see. What are their methods? Frame set frame. That documentation, dude, is teaching me so much. It's so nice when I just to click it. Okay, frame dot set frame, and I want it to be frame 1. Oh my god, what is non-existent set frame and base integer? That's interesting. It's an integer. Coordinates of the frame to display from the sprite sheet. This is an alias for the frame property. Set OSH frames. Okay, set frame value. This is such a, like, I know this is simple what I'm trying to do, and I know I'm just like overthinking it. I must be. I just what do I do? Okay. I want to set the frame. But how do I choose? I can't just I just want to set the first frame, but it doesn't accept it. It doesn't work. Okay, Godot. Sprite 2D dot frame dot set frame help.
Help, please.
How to set a specific frame? Yes.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Damn it, now I need to sleep.
Oh, does it want the name of the frame that I saved? Oh, that might be like the animation tree frame name. Okay.
Well, the name of the frame should be the same.
Well, no, like
No, I'm just making a rhyme, dude.
so in the animation, I have a sprite sheet with 9 frames, and I can like choose the frames, but I think, well, no, that doesn't really make. I have an animation tree where or animation player, where I've named all the oh, that doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna try it. Idle.
Oh, there's this thing called the it's some kind of tech assessment. I don't remember what it's called, but I was told about it. I was told it's something that you take, and once you take it, if you pass it, it's supposed to be like a really good sign of that's something I'm gonna have to take when I'm like halfway through my course, and it is supposed to be a really good indication if you could get a job, like just basically the knowledge that interviewers are gonna ask you. Yeah. And it's like professionally done. It's essentially like an SAT or ACT of like tech. So when I do that, I'll let you know about that and see if you want to take it.
Yeah, send it to me. That sounds cool. And I'm gonna fail it, but
you'd learn what employers are looking for if you were interested in a career. Yeah.
That's definitely the hardest part to me. Is
oh, dude, 100%, 100%. I got told what the interviewing process was like. Terrified.
When I was first learning, that was such a hard thing to do. Was like, what do I not know? Like, how can I look up at what this is if I don't know what this is? Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's so hard to, like, what is considered beginner and what is considered intermediate, and like it was just hard, honestly.
No, yeah.
To figure out what was needed.
You seem happier in your ignorance.
No, it absolutely.
It just says set frame integer. I gave it an integer. I'm giving it a 1. Invalid call, non-existent function, set frame and base integer. It definitely exists. It literally says it right there. Do I need to get something? Get.
Moving out.
Yeah, I've read some like horror stories.
Yeah, I mean like. What the fuck? Oh, what's up?
getting started.
Yeah, that was rough. Yeah, like basically the interviewing process from what they were telling me is like they put you at like a computer. Like it's not like your normal like, oh hey
How's it going?
yeah, like what's your
It's
aspirations? What's your weak? What would you say is your biggest flaw? No, it's nothing like that at all. They find out what your biggest flaw is by putting you right in front of a computer and giving you a bunch of like questions. And
a lot of times it'll be like solve this problem, which
yeah,
is
yeah,
terrifying.
yeah. Oh, but not just one. They'll make you write like functions and stuff and see how your like your workflow is, which is horrifying to me. Because one thing I've realized is that coding in front of people is not my strong suit. Anytime I have to do stuff for my mentors, I freeze immediately, and these sessions are like recorded. And so, like, we have recordings of my mentor, or not my office hours guy, asking me like, "Hey, what would I do here?" And I'm like,
I don't know.
console.log.
It's. I know I'm not ready for something like that because there's just not enough.
Well,
Like, I'm still getting, like, when I watch like I'm watching some guides on Godot, obviously, like the Pokemon ones and stuff to help me out. And like I understand what's being written, but I don't have that intuition to just write that
yeah,
from like my in my imagination.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't.
A lot of
I
times, for me, when I was writing
understand
stuff,
it,
I
but
had to look at notes before I could like be like I have to like, damn, like when you're looking at that. I mean, I'm better now than I was, but back when I was first starting, I remember like looking like learning all that shit, and then like looking at the blank document and being like, what do I do? Like, you know what I mean? Did you not? Did
Oh,
you ever
yeah,
do that? Where you were
yeah,
just like, where do I start with this? Like,
for sure. Like, is this an animated sprite 2D? Is that what's going on here? Oh my god, I'm sorry.
no,
Yeah, it's. I want to get there. Okay.
you know, man, you put in a shit ton of practice. I'm sure you'll get there quick. And you have that natural knack of like grasping things pretty quickly, so I think you'll get it very soon, very quick. I mean, before me for sure on doing it by yourself.
I think you have the advantage of you need it for money. Nah, I do too, but like you have that deadline and like you have people.
I'm running on survival instinct.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this sounds fun. Let's mod Minecraft.
But you're
like,
the thing is you're still at the same level, if not like way ahead of me, with just doing it yourself. Yeah, but on different languages, which I mean, I know syntax is all that matters, but still. I mean, look, you've been doing Godot for like, for what, like 3 days maybe? 4 days? 5 days? Maybe a week at most. And
oh my god, dude. I've been doing get frame instead of set frame. Oh, kill me.
Never mind. Everything I said, I take it back, dude. You suck. I'm just kidding.
It is insane. It is. Let's just try this. Let's do my animation player set frame 1.
Fuck.
God dang it. What? Dude. It doesn't work. Okay, wait. Animation name. It wants a string. So, idle down.
So you're gonna have to do .json or JSON.stringify.
No, it's no. Like,
I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you.
Please. Too much. Set the frame of an animation node to 1. Okay, so it's asking. Oh, for the key maybe.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Non-existent function set frame and animation player. Except for right here, it tells me there's an animation player not set frame. What is like? This is the problem. The documentation is just not in sync with the engine. It's not in sync yet. Like it's still everything is 3.5.
It's still Backstreet Boys. Is that the problem?
I have to be asking freaking the Bing search chat every time. It's like I was like, is this the same in Godot 4? And it literally just told me, I'm sorry, I don't have access to information about Godot 4 at the moment.
Damn.
However, you can refer to the official documentation for sprite frames. That's what I've been doing, bro. That's what I've been doing.
That's not how the game works.
I
How do you
say
have the
knock,
link
knock, like I'm
to a
on the
text-based
outside of
site
the
and you
door,
can't just pull that
and you
text
say,
to my chat question?
I swear to the architect, I will punch your lamps out.
"Oh,
Dude was trying to
rough day."
teach a dude knock knock jokes and he's like not having it. Love it. I'm tired of being on Monarch, man. Everything here is so strong.
Okay, it is definitely case sensitive. Let's try
Case
idle
sensitive.
down one. It's saying that the set frame function does not exist. I'm looking at the documentation. It exists. It's crazy. Like it's such. This is so. This is what I've got to like in like when you're talking about how much we do know and don't know. I'm at the point now where I feel pretty comfortable if I can get a hold of documentation, I can figure something out.
hell is the point of the six-pack?
If the documentation is right.
Yeah.
And Godot's documentation is really hit or miss because they're still migrating to, like I said, Godot 4.1. So it's just,
In that case, a good six-pack knows how to pivot
it's
toward
just
the
killing
fence
me.
in case the other team runs the field.
Animated, is this not an animated sprite note? Is that what is that not what I called this thing? It's just a sprite 2D. So it's a sprite 2D. Okay. Sprite 2D, but I do this.
Everyone all right?
Where were we? Oh, right. Also the slogan of the Anti-Cleo Darlings.
I really enjoy really enjoy that in this game when companions talk if you get in combat, like they'll be like, "Wait, now what were we talking about?" Like after they get interrupted and you finish the fight. So
Yeah,
funny.
I always hated it on games when like you get interrupted and it's just that's it.
Yeah, and you're like, "Damn,
figure it
that was
out.
yeah." I love flavor chat. Like, makes your characters seem far more real. Damn, there's a Manta Queen over there. I'm gonna get her.
Maybe I just need to say set frame and set frame 1. That looks right. And, okay, it launched, it did not crash. It is running, but it's not doing what I want it to do. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Now that
I think this is
was
again
fun.
also part of me just like learning GD script is syntax is not quite there.
I don't think it's your fault though, buddy. It seems like it's not as well documented as we would like. Especially because they just had that. Was that uphaul? Or I mean, uphaul. Was that update recent?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's this year or like late last year that
Why'd
came out.
why'd you just backdate, buddy? Can you not do that like you can on Unity?
Because Godot 3.5 to Godot 4, they rewrote, I think they said 90% of the engine. So it's like a whole different engine. The Godot 4 is 100% better. Like it's way more up to like modern standards and everything.
Yeah.
But it's also like, you know, like I said, it's new and it's community and everything. So it's just, you know, it's a little, it's not, there's not a $5 billion corporation behind it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it came out 11 months ago.
And like
I mean,
from what I've seen, it's very largely community driven.
Oh, it's open source. It's completely community driven. It's a community project, which is great. That's why people are kind of into it right now, because if the first thing you have to consider is the licensing.
Yeah, will that be stripped away from me? Like
that's the best part about this engine is there is not really any consideration about that because it's a community source and it's open project. It's an open source project. You don't have to worry about like the terms changing. There are no terms. One of the best things about this engine to me right now is GD script is like I said, it's built into the engine, right? So when I export, I can just export straight to mobile or Windows or whatever, and not to change any of my code. It's all universal. So I could deploy to mobile and Windows with the same application, and all I have to do is click a different button. It's so crazy to me because you can't do that in Unity. It's all a
Yeah.
different package.
Yeah, for sure. And then you gotta script
So
things differently so that you can
yeah,
respond to
so with
touch controls and stuff.
exactly. I mean, like I would have to do that. Obviously, that would be a separate thing. But in terms of like language and stuff, it's all the same across the export, like across the different platforms, which is crazy.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh shit!
I really feel like this should be doable, and I think maybe my head's just right. What I want to happen is when the game starts, there's like a ready function that is like played on the first screen or whatever. Like as soon as the game, like it's like the ready, you know, like on Unity. And all I want to do is on ready is I want to set my frame of my sprite to a particular frame so he's facing down. So he's like looking down, you know. Because right now he always starts to the left, and I don't know why he starts to the left. Like, there's no reason he starts that way. But in fact, like, he's starting on frame, like, 8 for no reason. I don't know why he's starting that frame. But he always starts on that frame. Which is weird.
Definitely a little kooky.
Yeah, like, I really want to do games, but I keep... It's like, I know it's like
I could
the
just tell
Rockstar
the side. No, I honestly, I mean, I'm obviously not a person to take that kind of advice from, but I really don't feel like it's that tough.
I just feel like...
in terms of like, you know, as long as I feel like as long as you don't take that rock star approach of like quitting your job and like, you know, doing all this.
No, I mean, like, the chances of, like, what I mean is, like, the chances of me actually getting a game going that makes, like, you know, even a salary, you know, a comfortable amount is slim when you compare it to, like, web dev work or, like, data management or something. Like, it's the fun, exciting side of programming, you know, it's the artistic side of programming, but if you want to make a living out of it, you have to have a lot of time and get lucky. Where if you just go web dev, it's pretty stable, consistent work. You know, even if you want to self-employ, you can do that. It's I'm always like juggling. That's my problem. When I was like when I first started coding, I was just learning it because I was just interested in
Yeah,
what
it was just
coding
fun to
was.
kind of have a little bit of like understand a
And
little bit of what you do. Like
yeah, I literally spent like I don't even know how long, like 3 or 4 months just like learning what programming was, I guess. Like I was learning like what variables were and stuff like that. I spent like a week learning what a function was because I never even thought about something like that. And then like I quit. Like I spent like 3 or 4 months just learning the basics of like Java. Like I'm talking like bare minimum, like what a variable is.
Yeah.
And this was like back in like probably 2018, and I just didn't do it for a few years. I just forgot about it. And then the next time I picked it up, it was Unity. I was like, oh, let's look at it. Because I was just interested. And I immediately gave up because it was too hard. It was like, what the heck? All I know is variables. And then I did end up buying that Game Dev TV course, the one I shared with you, which helped me a lot. But it was like every lesson I was trying to learn something from them, and they would just kind of like, you know, go over it really quickly. So like I spent like a good 5 or 6 months like watching a video of theirs and then spending 10 times that amount of time learning what they did in that video and trying to understand it. And it just burnt me out because, you know, I was spending so much time trying to like catch up with myself on like what was going on. I was just typing code and not understanding what the code was, which is not good. That's like the worst you can do.
Yeah.
Which I did not know at the time. I was like, oh yeah, I'm coding. It's good. And then like after that is when I first started looking at the web dev work, and I was like, this is like what I should do because it makes sense. Like in terms of like job prospects. Is
It's
like
not
this
fun.
is it's not fun though.
Yeah,
But
it's not fun at all.
it's like their reasonable adult thing to choose. If you're gonna like, want to do it, you should do this because it's like almost a sure thing. There's so many, job opportunities with web development.
Yeah.
And then I do it for for a few months and I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. Like I learned how to install Linux on my computer, which was cool. I didn't do a virtual machine. I did like an actual dual boot Linux, and that was crazy to me at the time. And I did all this stuff, and then I was like, but Unity sure was fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
It's
so
the
like I spent like,
reward for me. It's not even the fun of like
yeah,
doing it. It's the reward of like getting something going.
exactly.
Whereas like when I get a web page up, I'm just like, okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's cool. I typed out some text. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's,
Woo.
and I think like that's why we kind of missed out on like the early days of like Flash games on the web, on like
Oh yeah.
websites, because you had the best of both worlds. You were creating a website. A lot of them were like personal websites, like one dude, and they were just creating little tiny Flash games for people to hop on and play at any point.
That's
So
insane,
you
dude.
got
The people that program those though, they've got to have killer jobs now because
Yeah, they do. Like
you're
all those big time Flash game player or creators are now the people who are like working at like Microsoft and Unreal and all these
yeah,
big
because
game
you're
companies.
programming like you're programming an app within a web page, and
Yeah,
like
it's crazy what they were doing back then.
yeah,
But again, like it was also more simple too. Like it's crazy, but it was
it was
way simple.
yeah.
Like compared to what we're doing now, it's simpler than that. Like simpler. What we do now is harder than what they were doing back then. But at the time, that was peak. That was as much as you could do.
Yeah.
And
And
they
pretty
just
much
happened.
the only way you could do it at the time.
Yeah, it was the only way. You didn't have. I mean, you didn't have dedicated GPUs. You had
Yeah.
like the integrated GPU that was like enough to
In
run
your
Microsoft
browser. Yeah.
Word. That was it. So like, they did what they could, and that was the birth of like, internet gaming. It was Flash games, honestly. It was, then we got like, RuneScape and stuff came out of that too. Because, originally RuneScape was also a browser-based game.
Yeah, I remember that.
And,
That's when I played it.
and it's crazy because like they literally like were, when it first started back in like 99, it was literally the three brothers, the Gower brothers. They ran the game out of their kitchen with like a single server stack. That was it. Like a single PC running the server for the entirety of RuneScape out of their kitchen. Like it was simpler then to get into this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it was also you had to be pretty smart. Like you had to know what you were doing because it was all math based and stuff. Now you have all these new tools and shiny things to play with, but it makes it more accessible, which means there's more competition. And like, it's easier, but it's also harder. It's difficult. And
Damn.
I still don't know which path I want to go with it. Because like I said, I don't have the worry. I had the luxury of time, but I also don't want to be like, not doing anything when I turn 30. Like
Yeah,
that's kind of
dude,
like,
that's my big. I'm literally.
like I don't want to be 30 and not have like,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is like I feel like I'm just accumulating a bunch of skills, but like it's not getting me anywhere. It's just giving
Yeah,
me
I wanna
fucking
do something with
conversation
them.
pieces, and like that's
Yeah.
not worth shit. I don't give a fuck. Like I know Russian, dude. I speak fucking Russian. I speak Spanish. I speak fucking. I
Yeah,
speak.
I've been learning Spanish for like almost a year now. I'm getting pretty good at it, but
Did you
it's
talk to
mostly
our
because
parents in Spanish?
that's why I'm learning it.
Yeah.
I don't feel confident enough to speak
Dude,
it,
no,
but
I do it to people.
but
I
I
speak Spanish to people I
I can
don't know.
understand it. I don't even do that.
Yeah.
I can read it really well, and I can when I hear it, if it's slow enough, I can understand it, but I don't speak it much yet. I speak it to Cynthia when I'm learning, but that's about it.
I'm glad that
And
you
that, I
can.
mean,
I'm glad that Giovanna is like the type that's very judgmental when I speak it. She'll be like, "No, it's pronounced like this," and I get that she's trying to correct me, but the girl will literally say things that I said. She's trying to accent like gatekeep me, but like
yeah,
my accent's pretty good.
I also don't think accents are that important. Like you don't hear
No.
you don't hear a bunch of people from Mexico come over to America with perfect American accents. Like I think trying to imitate the accent is important if you want to become like fluent, but it's also not necessary. Like you don't hear, a German speaking American with American accents like
Yeah.
most times. the accents are not something you need to worry about. Like usually it comes the time of speaking the language.
Yeah.
That's part of it, but like the accent is, but accents are different than pronunciation. Like, you know, getting like the right sounds doesn't mean accent. It means like the right sound. It's different. Like I still can't roll my R's.
Really?
But
Have you never been able to roll R's?
no, and I've been teaching myself. I've got to the point where I can make the movement. Like I can roll with my tongue, but I have issues getting a proper sound on top of the roll, which is really hard. But I did like, I also grew up with a really bad speech impediment for my R's and S's.
Yeah.
Like my S's were always S. I couldn't do SH. Like sh. I always did S.
Yeah.
So I had that problem. Then my R's sounded like W's growing up.
Damn.
So I had to spend. I spent like 3 or 4 years in speech therapy for that, to get my R's and S's right. So, I mean, like naturally, rolling my R's is super hard because I could barely say an R to begin with. But like even just like getting the the single tap R, like for, you know, a single R, but the normal R sound, like the where you just put your tongue right behind, like, I mean like for the Spanish R though.
Oh,
like
okay. Yeah,
like it's not a roll, but it's like a tap.
Yeah.
That was like, I literally spent like a week on that, like of hard focus on it, and I can do it now.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of like mental effort getting that down.
Yeah.
I'll be in the shower just like practicing rolling my R's half the time. Because like my tongue, like there's people like, you know, and would like roll R's and their like native language make fun of people, but like if you grew up speaking a language without it, it's like learning how to ride a bike. Like,
I mean, just like people in Japan don't use R, they have L, you know, and so it takes forever
like
for them to learn how to use an R.
Is a muscle, so like if the muscle's never been worked out that way, it has to learn to work that way. You don't just do it. You have to teach your tongue how to properly make that
this is the spot.
that movement.
You know, I thought I'd be angry.
So it's not like, I
thought
don't
I'd
think
storm
it's
in here in a
appropriate
rage and
to
exterminate
ever
all these bugs and
make
everything
fun
would
of
be all
someone who
right in
can't
the end.
pronounce
But
a word properly in another language, because
mostly just
they're doing more
empty.
than most people do. You know, they're
Or sad,
trying,
maybe.
which is important.
The
Most
first night
Americans
Hayes and I
don't
spent
even
in
want to
here,
try to learn
we
another
knew it was
language.
home.
Yup.
It's safe. It's got a nice
And most
chill to it.
cultures are
But
pretty
mostly,
accepting of that.
Most people
Think of
encourage
sulfur.
it. Yeah, most
Yeah.
people do. But there's always those people. I mean, except for America, but other countries will encourage you to engage in their culture and language.
Monarch folks often joke
And I think
about
most
not 'cause
most
of the
people from
smell or
Mexico
the grittiness
are
it
really
leaves in your
positive
throat.
about it.
Not
They
'cause of
want
the
to
headaches
know,
or the
like,
coughing.
it's a
Because
way
there's
to
no
connect with people.
escaping
You
it.
know, like it's
It's
something you
life
have in
there,
common.
and there
Like
ain't
it's just
anything you can do
language, but
about it.
if language is
But
the
here,
barrier, if you can break that barrier,
somehow
then
the sulfur never
suddenly you have
made it.
something to connect over,
The nights we
which is
spent in
super
here felt
important.
like vacations. So we started building.
Like, me and someone from Mexico have very little in common.
We hauled in steel.
But if we share that
Hired
language,
sublight folk
then
to help.
Yeah,
suddenly,
yeah,
That's how we
100%.
met Anders and
then we
Opal.
can find a
They
commonality
stuck
through
around
that
after our
language.
contract was up. Opal
And
liked
I'm sure that's
camping.
similar, you know, the why you
Anders
learn
liked
Russian
chasing your
is to
tail.
make connections with
4 of
people
us
from
for a
somewhere
while,
else.
100%.
Which is, I
scraping
think,
together what bits we could to build
that's
a
to
home.
me the whole point.
Then
I
came
have some really
Rebecca,
good friends
a
from like
sawbones out of the Cascadia
Russia
survivors
that I still talk
who
to
took a
pretty
kindness
frequently.
to Hayes.
And
And Clara.
and it's just
her
like
little sister.
we all bond over just
I'll
that
admit I
like
wasn't keen on
that
taking her on
Just
at
being able to
first.
conversation.
speak.
Yeah.
For a
Yeah, I mean,
teenager,
it's like,
she was
you know,
surprisingly
sitting around
capable.
like a campfire when you're like in high school with friends. Like, it's the same thing. Like, if you can't speak, then like you can't connect.
She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara,
Oh, wait,
Hayes,
initial
Anders,
position.
Rebecca, Opal, and
I
me.
just put this to 1.
6 folks, 1 name, 1
God damn.
family.
Oh my god. I thought I
Carol.
figured it out.
Despite Monarch trying to kill us
Why
day
am I
in
on
and day
here?
out, we managed to belong.
So set everything default to down. Oh, that broke it somehow? Oh, because I deleted my parentheses. How did that launch? What the heck?
Oh fuck, guys, get the fuck over there. I'll take care of this.
When you said you don't like JavaScript,
No, I hate JavaScript.
I mean, like, is that what you're gonna, is that your goal right now? Getting the web design done?
Yeah, Yeah. Well, writing and writing. No, I mean, it's fine. I'll do it, but I ain't gonna like it.
The process.
Yeah, I think it's just the process of. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I'm in a big fight.
I do think web dev is like, if you're fried especially, it's a good chance to be like creative. It's one of the few creative things you can do with programming, honestly.
Yeah, I think one of the weaknesses to doing what I'm doing, like the little like boot camp or whatever. I don't even know. I don't know. They don't call themselves a boot camp, but it's just a time crunch. I don't really get a lot of time to experiment with like in the CSS section. I didn't really get a lot of time to experiment. I just learned like how it worked, and oh, here's a glossary if you want to try a couple of things. But like, unless you're dedicating your life solely to like web deving, like that's all I'm doing day in and day out, then I didn't really get a lot of time to experiment with it before my next assignment was due.
Which also like kind of makes you question like, are you learning though? Like
no, I'm definitely learning. Yeah. Because well, I mean, and I agree with them in this regard. CSS, HTML, baby time. You know, like that's like the daycare of programming, to be honest. Now, CSS can get super complicated, but for most like major corporations, they don't really care. I mean, not major corporations care, but most employers generally don't care.
You don't have to be a programmer to learn CSS.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's what they said. A lot of times it's just designers, not like actual programmers.
Yeah, it's a design element. It's for designing. Yeah. It's for stylizing.
So now that we're on JavaScript, I've been on JavaScript for like 3-4 weeks. So.
See, that's my next step in web dev is to get into JavaScript as well. And
it's just nasty. It's just nasty, and it's super unorganized. But I did learn that you can like.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but
you can do better. Like you can
bringing them together.
There are ways you can organize it. Like I've started organizing mine the way I do C#, where I do all my variables at top,
well enough alone,
and then all my functions below.
Captain, thank you.
Because like the people I watch do it, like they'll put like they'll declare a variable at the top, and then they'll write a function, and then they'll declare 2 more variables underneath it. Like there's no structure. I really liked when we were doing C# about how we did all of our variables we were going to use at the top. Yeah, and then going down below and doing all your like functions and methods and whatnot. So.
Yeah, I think it'd be hard to do any other way. Honestly.
Yeah, but they don't, dude. They fucking, it's Wild West out there. It's insane.
I mean, I guess I kind of get it. Like, you may not need to have the organization on a website page, but
Mind
like,
if we rest a spell before we head out?
If you want to like maintain it long term,
I'd like
you
to bury
would. Like, you know, if you ever had to like run the
before I lay
website for like
everyone's
years,
medallions
you would
to
want to
rest.
have that well documented code and organization involved. Oh my god, I hate these flowers. I wonder if it's something to do with the animation on it. I wonder if the animation's throwing it off.
You could probably split that. You could put 2 colliders on it, and when you walk past a certain collider.
There's no colliders on it. I don't want colliders on the flower. Like the flowers are purely ornamental. But like, the problem is like if they're giving me issues now with the Y sorting down the line when I start doing like buildings and stuff, they're gonna have the same issue. But it's strange that it's just the flowers and it's not the trees. And the tree has a collision on it, but like...
Well, I'm saying just collisions as triggers, not unless they have like a trigger thing in Godot. That way it'll trigger an effect to like put it behind you whenever you reach a certain point.
I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
No, you don't want to do that.
Absolutely not.
That's the only thing I can think is to like maybe put 2 colliders on there, and once you get out of the range of one collider,
they're literally just a sprite on top.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot of code to put in for an effect, but you know, hey.
Well, that's what I'm doing with the grass. Is I am actually doing that.
Yeah.
But like, these are not. But the grass will be interactable. You know, they're gonna spawn monsters or whatever. The flowers are literally.
Yeah, go ahead. Say Pokemon on stream. I'll get you fucking.
No,
they're just shut down, bro. I'm calling Nintendo.
They're pocket monsters.
Yeah. They forfeited that name.
Yeah, they don't ever use that name.
I'll never see it.
It's really frustrating. Like, I don't think it's a code issue again because it's literally just a PNG sat in my world. There's no code. The only code there is play the sprite animation,
Yeah.
which would not do anything. Like it wouldn't matter. And my collision, I have it open. I don't think. I mean, I could disable collision, but like like at that point, then like, why do you have collision? And then when I disable collision on the trees, like it doesn't, like the Y sorting still works, no problem.
Yeah.
On the trees. It works perfectly on the trees, and it doesn't work at all on the stupid flowers. And I really don't know why. Like, I'm just lost. I have no idea. It is that.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Like again, I usually configure these like small
This
things
is my
out. Like
favorite
usually it's like,
route.
oh, a couple hours at most, and
It's so
you find the
spacious.
missing comma or period or something. But this is just a picture.
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
And again, it has to be the Y sorting. It has to be. It's if I don't like 2D. Like it's. I know it's simpler than 3D, but is it?
I don't
Is it
think so.
really?
No. Literally, I thought 3D was gonna be a whole different world, but it was not that bad in my opinion. Like just learning a new axis and like learning about like planes and shit like that was not that difficult. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I guess the hardest thing about 3D, the biggest switch is like you have to like ray trace your like point of direction and stuff, but like other than that, like it's the same. And I'm freaking ray tracing in 2D right now for collision on a
Yeah.
grid world. Like there's so much. Like I had to add colliders to the water tiles because it's water. So then I'm grid based though, right? It's like you can't walk on something if there's no grid there.
Mm-hmm.
But the water is a grid, so I still need collision. So I put the collision on there. Well, without something to tell my character there's a collider there, he just walks through it. So I then need a ray trace to the collider to tell, hey, there's a return. So like I'm doing as much as I would in a 3D game, but Godot is not up to par for 3D. Like its 2D engine is perfect, almost. The 3D engine is like just starting. It's not great. It is not that good.
Really? I saw somebody testing out like volumetric fog and stuff. And it looked really.
I mean,
nice.
like it's getting like the update for 4 added a lot of modern features, but it's like if you were making a 3D game, if that's your goal, you probably should go to Unreal. I mean, but you could go. I mean, there are a lot of great 3D games on Godot. It's just you have to be really clever and know what you're doing with the engine because it's early in its lifetime. It's newer to the engine overall, and for a while there it didn't even have 3D capability, so it's just getting started.
Yeah, see, when you started doing Godot, I didn't even think Godot had a 3D thing because all I'd ever seen is in because you know how they do those little. I don't know if you watch any of the game dev TV stuff, but I do because it's entertaining. I like Rick a lot. I think Rick's a really entertaining guy. So
he's hit or miss for me. Sometimes he's a little too much.
But I like that. I like the eccentric little fellow.
He's enthusiastic, which is good.
Yeah, they'll do those like little game jams, or I don't know if that's what they're called, but he'll do those things where he'll
game jam is where you like spend like a dedicated amount of time to try to create a game. Usually game jam lasts a week or two.
Oh, okay, no. They'll do like little sessions where they try to do something at like they take like 3 engines and try to do something in like an hour or two. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those I watch those videos that they do, and they're really interesting. And I've only seen them use Godot for 2D projects. So
yeah, I mean, if you're making a 2D game, Godot is better than Unity for sure. Yeah. For most things, almost everything.
I mean, yeah, you worked pretty quick on that one, so I don't doubt it.
Yeah, but for 3D, you're better off in Unreal or Unity.
Yeah.
And like again, as much as I hate Unity and what they've done, like if someone chooses to use Unity still, there's nothing wrong with that because it is a good engine. It's just it's
just sad that it's going to more of a corporate model.
Before
it was like a beacon for indie creators. It was like, wow, here's all these resources you can use, and now it's like, oh fuck, man. Now I gotta worry about if I'm successful.
Yeah, it's just
I think I
disappointing. It's again, I'm not even mad. It's literally I'm just disappointed. I'm
Yeah.
not even mad
Hitting
about
him,
it. It's
hitting him with that mom vibe. I'm not mad at you, dear. I'm just disappointed.
oh my god, is this what is this it maybe? Show behind parent. If true, the object draws behind its parent.
That
Wait, no.
stuff will turn your stomach
Wait,
purple.
What?
is that
I
it?
love trail rations. Rizzo's makes them with
Is
extra
is this
seasonings.
gonna be it? You know,
You
it's
ought to
not
try
gonna
something
be.
with
I
that
already know it's not gonna
Hey, I
be.
remember Cascadia from that
But
one
I'm gonna
episode of
try
Terror
this. I don't know what this
Automata.
means.
Crawling with monsters it was.
This is what you get when a corporation takes a dump and walks off without cleaning it up.
It's not it.
Damn, two Manta Queens. What the fuck? Oh shit.
Child draws over parent. And it's not related. Okay, so the parent. So by default, further down the tree gets priority. Okay. So I've seen the player is at the bottom right now. That's how I was told to set it up. But what I'm reading there is saying child gets drawn
Ready when you are, boss.
first. So let's put my environment there, and let's put my player node as a child to my environment. Which makes no sense, but let's try it. Dang it, it didn't do it. All these things make sense in my head. Like, that makes good, perfect, logical sense, what I just said. I read it, and it made sense, and it didn't.
It's not doing what I want it to!
It literally says the child gets drawn over the parent and will click. I made player
Nobody messes with you,
a
boss.
child of let me add a node 2D as a child. Oh my god, I'm gonna add it to let's add it to the flowers. Let's add my player. I just want to see this again. I don't think it will. Unwise.
That's the last of him.
Who cares?
I'm coming.
Oh, I don't.
do anything.
Fuck this game. I mean,
It didn't do
this
anything.
engine.
Like, nothing is doing it. I wonder if it's just a bug in the engine. Like,
If it is,
I
you
have
might
had
want
a
to call
couple.
pest control. Got him.
I have had a couple times where like I just had to reset the engine and then like I load it back up and everything's fine. So like,
That sounds awful.
mean,
But
yeah.
Unity had problems like that before. Like
yeah, it'll just be something simple like I have to reset.
like a
and then
load,
start.
like a load order or something like messed up.
Like it might be like I'll create a function sometimes and then like the autofill won't recognize it as a thing. It's not the end of the world, but it's a little annoying.
Yeah, it's a little annoying when you're thinking you're doing something incredibly wrong.
Yeah, where I think I'm wrong, but it's just like the engine forgot to tell me that it's there. Something like that is kind of frustrating. But this is different. This is actually infuriating. Like my plan today was to finish the guide series I was watching and start like doing UI work and scene transitions. That was my goal today. And I have literally made no progress today. Like not a single bit.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's frustrating.
God damn! God damn!
I'm on it.
Heads up, jackass.
Jesus.
That's the last of him.
Good shit, Felix. Saved yours and her life. Very nice. Very damn. I'm running out of ammo. I've only got 1,000 bullets left. I'm almost out.
It goes fast in those games, though.
Oh yeah, I was stacked at like 3,000. I don't need persuade. I got that. Uh-oh. Those.
Okay, my tile map has Y-Sort enabled. That's what I want. The node with my child also has Y-Sort enabled. My child also has Y-Set. Okay. That's also enabled there. The player node also has Y-Set enabled. Everything has Y-Set enabled down to my player right now. I wonder if this Y-Sort's bugged, honestly. I feel like it is. Like, my environment also has Y-Set enabled. So everything down here should inherit it, I assume. But I'm gonna turn it on just in case. Everything here is gonna get Y-Sort enabled. Okay. Didn't change a thing, of course. Crazy. It's absolutely insane. Like, I just don't get it. I honestly don't. I'm gonna turn on Z sorting and whatever that is. I have no idea. Maybe it'll do something.
God damn, there's a Raptidon Colossus.
That did nothing. This is why I think it's bugged, because nothing I do is changing. That's why I think it might have. Because you would think doing something would change it.
Fuck, you gotta be kidding me. Shit. Everybody died. That's not good.
On the move.
Also, it kills me. I know this is like long gone in the conversation, but it kills me that Joanna thinks I can't just stop playing the game at some point and do more work.
I get where she's coming from, honestly, but again, it's also like unreasonable to expect you to always be working and learning.
Yeah.
Again, it's not work; it's learning. It's different.
Well, another thing is that like I don't play the game all day, so it's not like I get like these hours of the night to play, and that's it.
Yeah, it's not like you're like all
Yeah.
day, every day playing
Yeah.
games. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I usually don't see you on until
like
9
this.
o'clock
Yep.
usually.
And then even then,
Maybe, yeah.
usually I'm doing coding for like the first hour and a half. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh my god.
You know what? I'm gonna add a glider. I'm gonna add a glider to the flower. And just see. I don't want to go to bed till this is done, but I honestly might this might be what causes me to like. I'm there. I'm about
Rage quit development.
I'm about to just go become a full-time back-end back.
There you go, so let me go. Damn, dude. What the fuck? Is there another fucking Colossus? There is. Then there's two of them. That sucks, dude. Well, shit.
I'm gonna put a tiny little collider on the bottom of the flower.
Okay.
And I wonder if that's gonna give it priority. I can walk right through it.
Yeah.
What? I need to save it, maybe? Save, all scenes, play. I shouldn't be able to walk through this at all.
So the colliders
What?
are collidable on default. They're not triggers on default.
What does this say? Huh. You know what it might be?
What's up?
So I put the collider on it, and I got this warning saying collider shape 2D, which which is like the physics link, only serves to provide collision shapes to collision object 2D derived node. Right now my flowers are an animatable sprite 2D node object. The node is object. So my flowers type animated sprite 2D. I wonder if I just nest that into a sprite 2D node. If that's all it, oh my god. That's all it is, dude. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Prepare to lose it.
I think what it's trying to say is I need to
I'm going.
parent my flower with a 2D object. Because apparently animatable 2D is different. Okay, what does this say?
Cool.
Okay, well what is my tree? What is my tree say? Because it's static qualities. I don't want that from my flower. That doesn't make sense.
Damn. Sucks dick.
Like, I really want to figure this out on my own, but I wonder if I can just go back and watch that video if it would tell me what's going on. Probably.
Yeah.
Do I have a light machine gun? Because that would be incredible. For Felix. Felix, where you at, buddy? I'm gonna give you a little treat. This should fix like 90% of your problems you're having.
Oh, I thought it was fixed, but it's not. I think. Oh my god.
Sure.
Like we're doing this.
What's up, Jeff?
What's up, man?
What's up, Jeff? How are you guys doing today?
He's running into coding issues. I'm playing Auto World. Taking a break from the world of coding forever. Permanent break.
I'm about to, yeah. I'm about to quit forever.
Ha. I already beat you guys to it.
Sure thing, Captain.
Tried that shit. How long
Yeah.
ago was that now?
You give up real fast.
6 years ago? Yeah.
Hey
I-
Siri,
I gave
set
up
the
pretty-
timer
pretty
for 22
fast.
minutes.
Be right there.
I like that you didn't get the joke.
No. Honestly, I didn't even think about it.
I really just think this is a Godot bug. I have tried every single toggleable button there is on the settings for everything. It is insane to me.
Go on ahead, Captain.
And this is a
I'm not
sprite.
keen on ships,
Dude,
even when they're in the best
I'm
of
just gonna
shape.
close it.
I'll keep an eye out. Go on ahead, boss.
Forever. I'm not gonna open it. I'm done with it. I'm done with this project. I'm not even gonna do grid-based movement ever again. I'm just gonna do free movement. I'm gonna make a Stardew Valley clone next
Hell yeah.
thing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's get it.
Who needs Pokemon?
I agree.
I mean,
God dang, man. It's
we're
so
all in the same.
stupid.
We're all in the same.
And what's crazy is like earlier today, it was working. This is the craziest part to me. It just stopped working. I don't even add code. There's not even new code. It's just like, then just like, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I know you just came in. My issue right now is like, when you're like thinking like a 2D game, right? If like my character's behind a tree, the tree should be drawn on top of the player, right?
Yeah, right, yeah.
And then my player should be like behind it. That's working great. But for some reason, my little flowers that I put in the game just don't. Like they just don't do it. They just always supersede everything. Like literally everything is superseded. Or yeah, the flower supersedes everything in like the hierarchy. For no reason. Like no reason. It's so dumb. It is so dumb. I'm so annoyed.
No, I'm so sorry. If only I knew about coding, that would help.
It's just a crazy, weird bug. Like this is one of those things.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna become a web developer forever, a Christian.
Go ahead, man. Be my guest.
I really want to get into Godot now because like I feel now's the time to start doing it because everyone's going into it and there's gonna be so many like cool things coming out soon.
Yeah.
And it would be cool to become like part of that and like contribute to the engine eventually.
Yeah. Start by telling them your shit doesn't work.
Yeah, to sort the flowers. But like, it's frustrating, man. Like, if any guide you look up for Godot is almost always a year or 2 years old minimum.
Yeah.
There's not, and like, and again, like I
Do
said,
they have numbers for their user base? Because I mean, like,
I don't think they do like publicly. But, I mean, it's one of the biggest engines next to the Unreal.
Cantankerous Canid target module.
Unity.
Ouch.
There's not enough like YouTube people who go to Godot. Most people who did like YouTube videos for Godot were like, let's see what Godot is like, and then head back to Unity after. That's what they were doing.
Oh yeah.
But now everyone's doing the opposite right now, which is kind of fun to watch. Like one guy I watched was like 10 years of Unity dev experience, and he's like, I'm hard switching to Godot. Let's figure it out. Like that was his whole video. Was just like a blind take at Godot after 10 years of Unity.
Yeah, I see a lot of people doing that on.
There's a ton of people doing that now. Yeah, there's so many people switching. One guy I watch a lot, his name's Adam C. Eunice, I think. He does like a pixel art, and he's been making this game for about 7 years now on Unity, and it looks really good.
Yep.
And his issue was, I've been learning Unity for 7 years. My game, which is almost done, is 7 years on Unity. He even built like his own custom animation engine for Unity, like a plugin for Unity.
Yep.
It's really good, right? His whole career is
Unity.
Right now, this one game, and that one game relies on Unity and all these custom libraries and scripts and tools he built in Unity. So his plan is, I'm gonna have to release it on Unity. He has to. There's too much time invested and resources invested. But after that, he's going to make the switch. Like, there's no reason to. But for a lot of people, that's what's going on. They're trapped with Unity with their current, 7-year project.
Yeah.
And you would spend so much time trying to like export that size of a project to another engine. You would be better off just making an entirely new project, honestly, because so many things would break.
I'm going.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So he is unfortunately gonna have to just stick with it. And like the problem is I think his game, he says his plan is to sell for like $20, which is, you know, pretty standard for like a really well put together indie game. So like for him, it's like 1% of the profit will go to the community if he knows his that number. But one thing he was mad about was I never even used it, but you can like sub to Unity. It's called like Unity Pro or Plus, I think. It's like the lowest tier thing. And it was what you had to sub to like so like when people launch your game and it hides the Unity startup, they would hide it for you. And they're getting rid of that with this new change. And like people who have been subbing to that, just like all that money was wasted the whole time. Like, because you have to have that like licensing, to distribute your game. With the splash screen gone and everything, you have to like been using that sub or whatever. But now it's just going away with no
replacement.
Yeah, will now just give us the next tier up, which is 2,000 a year, I think, minimum. Which is a lot. You know, like if you're like a solo game dev, you know, that would have been $14,000 he would have been paying just for the subscription to use the better version. And like for a big studio, that's small. You know, that's like pennies or whatever. But again, for a small team or an indie like he is, I mean, that's a significant amount of money to put it to nothing. But his channel is really great. He does. I mean, he was the guy who got me into programming. Actually, I was randomly like browsing Twitch one night, waiting for Cynthia. And I just saw him doing like pixel art on Twitch, and then he was like doing pixel art for one of his characters in his game, and it blew my mind. It was like, oh my god, a single guy can make something like this. It was insane to me.
Yeah.
His most recent, the most recent thing he's making on his game, using like a crafting system for it. He did this really crazy thing where like like you can like forge your sword. And the way he's done it is like you can like actually like forge the metal into the shape you want, any shape at all basically, as long as you don't break it. And then like your actual weapon looks like the weapon you've smelted and forged like manually, and like it's a 2D game and everything, but it's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
He's a really clever dev.
Is that his name? Clever dev?
Like, I wish I was as smooth as he is when it comes to just coding.
All you gotta do is believe.
But he's also, like I said, he's been working with Unity for the past 7 years straight, every day. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's
sure.
part of that's always gonna be there. There's his channel. I shared it with you. If you're interested at all in pixel art, he's worth watching. But he also does a lot of great coding things.
Yeah, honestly, dude, F people like that, man. That can do it all.
Well, his background is art. That's actually his was graphic design and stuff. And then his hobby was programming. And
Great work.
he made enough money as an artist to, you know, support his goal of creating a game from scratch or whatever, like his dream game. His game's called Insignia, and it looks really good, honestly.
Damn.
I'm trying to find the video where he does the forging thing because it blew my mind. I've never seen something like it in a game. Where you like, you know, like all games have crafting and everything.
Right.
His craft system allows you to shape the metal as you smelt it.
I assume the code would be similar to that of a.
Oh no, I don't even understand it.
I mean, yeah, I don't even understand the code for making a custom character, but I assume it would be similar to that.
No, because it's generated by the player as a click. Like you click on the sword, the bar of metal with your mouse, and like your hammer hits, and depending on how and where you hit it, the sword will look different. That's crazy. He also did a really cool particle system for his abilities recently, where he like implemented like elements to it, and he created like shaders, and well, it's like a shader particle system that is, I cannot wait to get into that system of creating like particles and stuff and shaders because it looks amazing what he's done. I'm gonna send you this timestamp because this little bit is worth watching. Like it's exciting, honestly. This bit here.
Oh, is it? Is this coding exciting?
Like the tech that he's doing here,
yeah,
is like an exciting part of what you can do with particles and shades and stuff. Like, let's see if that timestamp works. Does that even work when I send it to you like that? It does.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes. You should watch that. You should watch it right now so we can talk about it. It's
well, got a previous engagement.
That's on account of your stand.
The game you're playing?
Yeah.
That's all you do.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't even talk to me anymore.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Fuck you! Fuck both of you!
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
How fucking dare you?
Andrew, I'd prefer you keep my Christian streams. Christian?
This is their final stitch.
What is it?
Lilo and Stitch is set to come out May 2024 or 2025.
They're doing a live action one?
They need to make him just look
That live action Twitch looks like a straight up demon, dude.
Oh yeah.
Instead of making him look
It
like
looks
a naked
awful.
mole rat. Naked mole rat fucked an hairless chihuahua. And
Yeah,
that
that's pretty much how he
baby
looks.
then fucked a hairless cat. And then hit every twig on the ugly tree on the way down.
With me to Stella Bay?
It looked awful, the images I saw.
So he's like the live action Sonic.
I mean, it's worse. It's actually worse.
Remember the legs on the live action Sonic?
Spiderman 626.
Hey, Nyoka. I got some questions I've been meaning to ask you.
Let me guess. They're gonna make this woke, and Nani's gonna be like a Pacific Islander woman or something.
So, first question.
Well,
Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Guys, come back. Damn, I hate our teammates, or my teammates in this game. Our teammates, yeah, we're sharing these.
Yeah, I don't want them.
Yeah. Andrew has a severe disdain for everybody in this game.
Fucking hate your teammates because they're stupid and I hate
Bro, I can't shoot you from that range with an assault rifle. What are you doing?
I can't find the video I was talking about where he did like he demonstrated the forging. It was so cool.
Oh,
here it is.
I thought that's what you were sending me. I thought that was the timestamp.
No, the one I just sent you the timestamp of is his shader system for his like VFX on his abilities. Like he creates real-time effects for every time he swings a sword with a elemental power, or any of his enemies who have like an element attached to them. It creates like real-time particles when they like attack, and they're randomly generated, and it just looks so cool. But what he does really well on his like videos is he goes through like the design process, his like reasoning of getting there, like, you know, on paper or drawing it or whatever, and then he slowly shows you how he got to where he got. Like it's really good at teaching you the thought process of how you should think about these kind of things, which is honestly super important, I think.
Jackass isn't coming!
There, where they at? Where they at? Fuck. Boop. Alright, let's go, fellas. Oh, I guess Alex isn't gonna be on tonight, Andrew, so it might just be a me, you, D&D night.
Well, I mean, today's Monday.
Yep.
I thought today was going to be the Smush.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh,
Me, you, and
okay.
yeah.
Dude, you said D&D, and and my brain immediately went to the campaign last night.
No.
Nah.
No. That shit's stupid. I don't even want to play it. Fuck Alex.
I'm going.
Just kidding.
He'll actually cry. Unless you want me to cry.
Yeah, he needs to cry.
Infamous Amber
I'll make him feel better. Where is...
Captain, we should chat.
We should chat. Are we gonna kill
Graham's
Graham?
got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
And you'd run in instead?
Yeah. Hell, most of our people listen to me already.
5%.
Sometimes you gotta do what's best for someone, even if they think you're wrong. Even if it's painful. When we're in Stellar Bay, they'll come around.
And what's next? What will you do when you're in charge?
Take Stellar Bay. Lick our wounds. Eventually, figure out how the hell we're going to spread the word to the rest of the colony.
Fair enough.
I'm going to confront him. Can I count on your support?
I don't know. Yeah, let's talk to him.
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Sora.
I'm gonna pull a gun on her.
Monarch.
Kill her. That'd be crazy.
Insane, even.
Because he's not even like a ballsy dude.
Wild, in fact.
There's a short clip of how his little forging thing works.
Captain, you must be back with the
It's like
access
5
codes to our
seconds.
new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
It's so crazy.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
Stand down, Graham.
Stand down? I'm afraid I don't understand, Captain.
I mean, dude,
We're running the iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops. Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
Spooky shit I will mess with, but no.
I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I
I just
believed
found
that you were in it for the
and he
iconoclast.
has
That you wanted nothing
an
more than to bring
entire
freedom to
G
Halcyon.
guy
That you were
and
selfless.
Godot 4. Oh my
Uh-oh.
god.
Uh-oh.
I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us.
Everything, this unity.
You wanted to
Oh my
save
God.
yourself.
What?
No. I escaped the corruption of the endless cycle of corporate greed. Yes, I ran from that. But now I'm ready to face it once more. I've spent years atoning for my sins.
Okay,
I've
he raised
studied,
the wolf,
meditated,
so-
taught. I built the
Because he thought it
iconoclast
was a
so that
lost
any man
custody.
could cast away his past
Okay, that
for a
makes
fresh
lot more
start.
sense, and is a lot
That's
less
your answer,
terrible.
Graham?
Oh,
You
no, that's
needed a
the
fresh
word.
start?
I don't think it
After
makes
all
sense.
those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
That isn't necessary.
Please. Don't make me
She
do
gonna
this,
blast
Graham.
him. She gonna hit him with a blicky.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Heads up, boss!
Good lord.
Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time it's especially wrong. You got the... Void help me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
Hold on. I was thinking you and Sanjar could join forces.
I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
Sanjar has corporate resources you can use to spread the message.
You know, Captain.
Ooh, got him persuaded. Suck a dick.
Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the
Hold on,
message
man.
from within the corporations.
Alright, well I found an updated
Alright.
video guide
He's
for
willing to
Godot 4
talk.
stuff, so I'm gonna see
Yeah,
if
send me
we can
that.
do
Yeah,
on-
send me that. Send me the link to that because I will definitely watch that.
I sincerely hope
It's actually a
you
game you probably would like because it's like a little 2D resource gathering game.
Yeah.
Did you ever play oh, what was it called? Was it Forager? Is that what it's called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
It's like similar to that. It's
Dude,
like
that game's dope as fuck. I
Never-
love
that
it.
game looked really dumb, and then I spent like 30 hours on it.
I was about
and
to say
realized-
that's so good. Yeah.
I haven't played it. I'll
game's
check
dope.
it out. But yeah,
It's like
send me that
a-
playlist for sure.
It's like a little. You start like on a little tiny island with like nothing, and you slowly like unlock more islands and better gathering, and it's just it's stupid and
It
amazing.
can get really addictive. Yeah.
It's super addictive. It's a little 2D side scroller game, but not side scroller. It's like top down kind of, and this looks like what it's gonna be. I'll share it with you.
Definitely put that on my watch later whenever I get ready to start.
And it's
working
good
on
because this
Git
is literally from 4 months ago, so this is 100%.
recent.
Yeah, and Godot 4.1 even maybe. So he goes over things like hotbars, inventory management, animation trees, which I know a lot of this already, but inventories is something I've never worked with, so that'll be
Yeah,
fun.
I haven't worked with inventories, but I've worked with like name cards. And
I know,
stuff
I
that's
kind of know how to go about it. Kinda, I have an idea of how I could do some, but I want to see how other people do it before I like try to do it on my own.
Yeah, you
because
can
I don't
always
wanna
learn
feel
better
like-
ways.
Yeah, I have the idea. Like it's definitely gonna
We are now
be
in
difficult,
orbit above
but I think
Stellar Bay,
I think it's not that bad.
No blockade is
I think the
allowed
hardest
from
part about
north.
inventories and stuff is like saving. I think saving games in general is probably one of the most complicated processes overall.
Yeah, it is.
Like save states and
Because first of all, JSON is like the easiest way to do it, but it's the simplest way and can do the least amount of things for you.
You know what's crazy though is Godot. C# had the same issue this a few years ago, but Godot had it recently. Godot has some built-in functions, like some built-in tech to like save stuff really efficiently and quickly, and it's code, right? Well, it turns out that that code can be used to like install viruses when you share game files with other people.
That's
so
not good.
And C# had this issue, Unreal had this issue, they all have had this issue. It's a very common security issue is if you're saving something and to load it requires you running code, it's super simple to like sneak in a little, function inside that function. Like you can sneak in logic to that function. So it's actually, even though JSON sounds simple, it's just text read write. You just
No,
read write
yeah,
still.
no, I know, yeah.
So as simple as it is, it's actually that was the solution for Unity, and the solution for Godot is just use JSON.
Yeah, no,
or
it's
XML.
it's
XML
super
is fine.
reliable. But
It's slow though. It's super slow, and
the constraint to it is that like there are certain things you can't save to it because the way it works is you convert something to a string and then you have to convert it back to a to data, and then
I mean you can write whatever, I guess. The problem is
it has to have a value that'll be read.
That something that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like to make it.
But like you can, it's also easy for the player to, which I don't personally care about this. I'm a big believer in play the game how you want to play it, even if it's not
like cheating.
Yeah, it's really bad for cheating because you can just like go into if you're smart enough, if you're big enough like into code and stuff, if you're a modder, if you're like modder's level of coding, you could just go in and write like whatever values you wanted in there as long as it corresponds with something in the game.
And that's usually what, like Minecraft, for example. That's why Minecraft is so easily accessible, is because it also saves in JSON format. And like Minecraft items are all JSON. Like they're not like pickaxe is defined entirely through JSON, not through code, which is kind of silly, like sounding, but it actually works
No,
out
no,
really
no.
well
I think it makes
because
sense.
then modders can like read an item, and it's just straight up JSON text, and it's super readable.
Yeah, and you know what
But
that is.
the only time I think it matters if it's like competitive multiplayer games, then you
Yeah.
should. I was reading about it. I spent like an hour reading into it 'cause I was gonna like maybe I should learn how to save, and then I realized quickly that I don't need to know how to save yet because
So
there's no need to
hard,
learn
dude.
this.
Even if you
But
did, it's just so difficult. Even
if you
just
get to the point where like you want to avoid cheaters and stuff, you have to learn how to like save like
encryption.
binary formatting, which is like literally 1 zeros. Like
Yeah. Well, I've seen
some people
encryption is like you can
you
encrypt
can encrypt,
JSONs.
but encryptions are, I mean, if you're encrypting with a tool, then there's a tool to backward
Right.
engineer that, encrypting. Where if you binary encrypt, or it's not really encrypting, if you're binary saving, like you could technically undo it, you could like force it, but you might spend a million years doing it.
Yeah.
So like most people who are gonna save, who want to securely save something that players can't access, will do that. And there's like tools for it, but it is so complicated. It is such a complicated system, and it's kind of crazy to me that like you could save games back in the day at all. Like it's so
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
It's not even like the amount of data. It's just like the process, like the thinking of how to do that.
Yeah. No, I get you.
It's one of those things that I wanted to learn so badly. Cause I was trying to implement like a leaderboard system that I don't know if you ever downloaded that little game I sent you.
Oh no, I
I
didn't. I
showed it to
totally
you.
forgot, but yeah, I will.
You should. It's literally like 80 megs or something. But I like you get like a little score, and then like at the end of the game it says, oh, you scored this many points. And I wanted to save your score for a high score. And I was like, okay, I just need to save this to JSON and then like write it to a JSON file and then pull from that file. But like it's not that simple. Like it's just it doesn't work like that. It's not as simple as
Yeah.
just read write. There's so many steps involved, and I just gave up on it. Honestly, I just gave up. I was like, this is not worth it for this little stupid game.
No, yeah.
It like it's probably one of those things you would write an entire library around and then use for all of your games. And it would have to be like something flexible, honestly.
Yeah.
I bet big game studios have an entire department dedicated to just save load processes.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like for complex ones, and especially for online server side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you imagine like like MMOs? Oh my god, dude! Like to save a single player game is one thing, but imagine having to save multiple states of the world for
No.
every single player in a game with like millions of players on. Like that's insane, dude. Like like the joke is like everyone wants to make an MMO for their first game, and you quickly learn how insane that is. Like
That is insane. I would never want to do that.
I can barely understand how
That's
MMOs
so
like
much. That's so much shit to have to like.
one of the
keep
craziest
track
things
of.
to me, like from the coding side, is when I do a
If the
quest
iconoclasts reach
and I
that ship
complete it, that
first.
little quest giver usually disappears.
I don't
But
suppose
not for
you
other
found the
players,
targeting
he's
module
still
yet?
there and he still
I've sent
functions, but he's
patrols,
gone
but
for me.
they're running
Yeah.
And that's
trouble
all
with the
like that's like world
iconoclasts.
state stuff, and oh my dude,
Mm-hmm.
it's insane. I mean,
They
like
were all
networking
mad.
aside, like the
And what's
networking is
more,
part of it
they
is
left
definitely the
us.
hardest.
I don't see
But
any way for us to
dude,
work together.
MMOs are insane. And it's crazy how many like companies are putting out these like really low effort MMOs,
Not this
and they have to be
again.
losing money. Like they don't make any money off
Remember
those
what we
things because all
practiced,
those
sir?
really cheap ones, like
Yes.
Chinese and Korean
The
ones that are
words
like
in
all
those
the
reviews were
same.
very
Yeah,
hurtful.
yeah,
They
yeah.
do not
It's like
define
I
me.
gotta imagine
I
you spent
am
at
an
least
teller,
several million
and my
dollars
will
to get
like
this
a
thing
cruel
together.
Yeah,
Even if it was
yeah.
like, even if it was mostly copy paste with asset
I was
flips,
I
it's
was
so
actually
expensive.
talking about that, about how polished they look. I mean, they may not have much story content because they're all like
Graphically, they're amazing.
but graphically and even the gameplay's solid, dude. I've seen some of the fighting, and I'm like, damn, this would be
The only one I
interesting,
like and play is Black Desert, and it's actually quality. It's like a good game.
Bro, I'm about to get into some Black Desert because I saw the Barbarian. I was like, sheesh.
Black Desert is one of the most confusing, fun games I've ever played in my entire life. It is so unique.
It's free, right?
It is free. It's a Korean MMO, but it's not like it's. When it was ported to the US, it was not very popular. Like at the time, it was still kind of new. and the
Perhaps you have a
localization on
point.
the language is
Supposing they're
trash. It was.
Who
They have
exactly would
slowly
you have
gotten
me work
better
with?
over the years
The
of getting
iconoclasts
proper
are not the most
translations from
compromising
Korean to
sorts.
English.
Yeah.
But like
All the Korean games are like that. I played a
yeah,
couple that are awful. Just
if you're
like
playing Black
the
Desert,
weirdest translation. And how do they get English voice actors to agree to that? Like the broken ass English, because
I don't know.
it'll be people who have a perfectly
that's
normal
the thing with Black
accent.
Desert is a lot of times in Black Desert, like the voice lines and the text lines are
Don't match
usually
up.
totally different. Like they had the same idea, but it's like this dude's like, this is not a normal sentence. Let's kind of let's work
That's an
around this and
interesting
make it make
suggestion.
sense.
I confess
But
I don't know much
the
about
story
her
is
except that she
okay,
worked for
but the
Rizzo.
gameplay
I
is
don't care about
honestly
that. I care about barbarian lady.
Keep a group patched
the
up like she
gameplay
has.
is super
I don't know how she
fun.
does
Yeah,
Like
I've
there's
seen
so
the combat.
I'd be
it
willing
kind
to
of is like
consider it,
RuneScape where you have like
but
life
I need to
skills
see her
in
review
Black
first.
Desert. Like I've been doing hunting in
Excellent.
Black Desert.
Her review would be in
But you
the
can also do
Rizzo
like horse
offices in
taming and
Cascadia.
fishing
Bring
and
it to me,
crafting,
and
cooking,
I'll see
stuff
if
like
she's
that.
qualified.
But it's one of those games where you can like truly AFK. Like if I go fishing on Black Desert, I can set my guy to fish and I can minimize the game
That's
to the
surprising.
tree, so
The
it
board's
doesn't take
equipment
up
is
any like
usually in top
GPU
shape.
resources.
After all, they
And
have
I can
first
leave him
access
there
to
for
any fresh
literally
parts or
forever,
components.
as long as he has inventory space. He just won't log out. It's like people AFK overnight in that game. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But if you play it, like
I'll let you
hit
know.
me up.
Yeah.
Because you will have to watch about 30 hours of guides if you don't have someone to help you through the intro. It is so but it's not because the game's bad. It's because the localization doesn't do enough to like. It's like, here's how you do it if you can speak Korean. You know, like, that's the
conspiracy?
problem. So
You've spent too
if
much
you have
time
someone
without
telling you what's
that.
going on, it's a lot simpler to learn. But it's actually a really cool game. It's an MMO, but it doesn't feel like an MMO. It feels more like.
I mean, I played the intro, like, and I remember the gameplay being pretty fun. I just remember
The gameplay is like the combat is why people play it. Honestly,
yeah.
The combat is super unique. Like it's combo based, but like the combos are like actual key combos on the keyboard, and it's really fun. It's also a good game to stream. I know you like streaming. It's a pretty popular streaming game.
I would
So
never
that
stream,
might
dude.
actually
That
make
shit's gay.
you might actually get a decent audience there, because they do a lot of promotions for their streamers. Like they push their streamers.
All right, well,
It's a cool game.
I gotta pee. You gotta go to bed.
I'm hopping off.
Yeah,
I'm hopping off. But
you sent me that. Yeah, I see it right there. Okay, cool.
Did I?
Yeah, resource gathering RPG and Go.4 tutorial
Yeah.
series.
I mean, this dude has a super small channel,
And
but it's a full.
is he he's doing the Godot language, GD script? Or is he
I didn't even check actually. I'm gonna assume it's GD script because it's worth it.
Yeah.
I promise you won't have any problem learning it. It's super simple.
Yeah, I'll check. I'll definitely check it out before I give up. But like, and go just to C#. But
yeah, I think you should try GD script
for sure
for the first day at least.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll have any issues. Honestly, it's not complicated. It's like I said, it's reader friendly. Like it's human readable.
All right,
anyway,
bro.
I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, see you, dude.
Later.
Take it easy.
Good night, Jesse.
Yep.
All right, I'll be right back, dude. I gotta pee.
Go ahead.
She said no, but she had to move in September. We don't have many out-of-town guests, so they could attend both weddings, no problem. Nick was happy and asked her if she needed help planning short notice. My sister then turned around and said that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I was really hoping we could kind of like take your name. I really did not stress myself too much with planning a wedding, determining classes, and I think it is so beautiful. It meant a lot to me. It went silent. My little sister. My brother-in-law looked very uncomfortable and told me to talk about it. Okay. Sister just said don't be like that. My sister wants to do what's best for me, so it's no big deal, right? Definitely trying to guilt trip me into saying this. I just said, well, it kind of is. She cried. She stormed off. Nan told me being selfish because she needed the venue more than I did. Later, my fiance.
What's up, buddy?
Sorry, I know it's a little frustrating whenever homie hangs, but I like talking to him about program. Well, he's long-winded, but I mean, I like talking to him whenever we're talking about code.
Hey, check this out. You all are. But it's okay. I love you.
No, I'm killing myself. I'm killing myself.
That's fair. But no, he's completely fine. I prefer the monotone kind of sluggish, long-winded compared to certain others.
Who?
I mean, you want to hurt people's feelings. Just saying though, some people are like loud, obnoxious. I don't like them. I like them, but God, I like them a lot more if they stopped.
Is somebody I know, or somebody that like is my friend?
It's our friend. I don't want to continue this conversation because we're getting closer and closer to figuring out who it is. So we're just
Hold on, hold on. I'll mute the stream. Yeah, that's funny.
A message?
What the hell? Where am I supposed to go? Journal. Oh, she was in Cascadia. Duh. Dude, what an idiot. Cascadia. Dum dum. Sucking on a toe, sucking on a toe, fucking on a hoe, fucking on a hoe. What you been up to today, man?
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Dude, like one of the
Stay safe out.
one of the people that I work with are moved ship, so we are now down to
Say they moved a shift?
yeah, so they're not on second shift anymore, they're only on third shift.
Oh.
And currently we are down a person now.
That sucks.
Because of that. So yeah. Today was kind of one of my coworkers wasn't feeling like the best and also kind of hurt himself as well, so
They kind of hurt himself?
Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah, we don't know what happened there, like, all together, but
Did he have a weenie injury?
yeah, actually.
Nice.
He pulled a muscle that actually did hurt his...
Like his groin area?
That's what I said, but he said, no, it's not that, and I go...
He pulled an actual dick muscle?
This is what the fuck is it then? Tell me! And, you know... He didn't say...
He said nuttin'. Like, literally, I'm nuttin' right now.
Yeah.
Damn, what the fuck? I can't go this way. Shit, this is annoying. Every time I try to get in my goddamn ship, they fucking...
At least I'm safe inside my mind.
At least I'm safe inside my mind. Right, I gotta re-go somewhere. Dude, I'm tired of fucking going around Monarch. Let me just... Please, bro. Please. I've been constantly warring. It's crazy.
Always imagine Falbrick with me.
You seen Arthur today?
Oh, shoot, boy. Whoopus, my whoopus. I'm really ready to get off this damn planet. Damn, son, where'd you find this? I ran out of potions in Monster Hunter now. It kind of sucks, man.
That's rough. You need to get some more potions. You gotta pay money to get more potions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have you gain the premium currency through the game, but it's like few and far between. So I'm trying not to spend it. Okay. So the drawback of the game is that you have to heal. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! That was a big mistake. Oh shit! Ellie. Is it? Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Ellie, no! Don't let him kill you, Ellie. You got so much to do, Ellie. I just fell off a cliff, Ellie. Ellie, I fell off a cliff. Help me, Ellie. Anyway,
Heading back.
yeah, Ellie's alive. So you have to, like, if you get knocked below 30% of HP, you can't do another hunt. You have to wait until you heal. But you can heal with the potions, or you can just wait via time.
Wait via time.
Yeah, wait via time. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. How else do you wait? You can wait via time, wait via money.
Yeah, fucking wish.
But yeah, now I'm stuck in a pretty hard part of the game where I'm fighting a Barrieth, but he's kind of nasty. He's a tough one. He's like a high rank Barrieth. Or Barreth? I think it's just Barreth.
Yeah.
Barrieth is the ice boy. I killed your dog, you nerds.
Okay.
Alright, stupid fucking nerd. Look at that goon. Who killed my puppy? Dummy. Hey bro, stop it. Who's doing this? It didn't feel so nice, did it? Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, Ellie Golding, let's go. I really like Ellie Golding, she's a pretty good singer.
I agree.
I like her, damn, I don't remember who it was. Damn, British singers actually fucking get me going. Like,
yeah,
British women,
yeah.
especially.
I mean,
Like, I listened to this one called, what's her name? It's like Taylor something, but she's like
Audrey.
young. No, not that one. Not that British girl. Is that a fucking Mega Manta Queen? Are you fucking, no, it's just regular. She dead now, though. Okay. Thanks. There's another one. Oh no, don't you do this to me. Don't you do this shit to me. There's a bunch of manta pillars. Guys. Oh my god. You goddamn manta pillars. Damn guys, you almost got killed by manta pillars. What a bunch of losers. I was just getting slapped by them, I didn't even care. Oh man, come on. I can show you the world.
Sure.
Don't worry, guys. I got these dudes. Got the goons, the hooligans, the vandals. That's all I see. I don't see any ringleaders. Oh, fuck. This is a big-ass camp, though. That's right, cower before me, you nerd. Wow, what a loser. Loser. Gotcha, bitch. Oh yeah, no, Cascadia's up this way. I've done this.
On my way.
I hope these motherfuckers didn't all respawn in this damn town. You remember last time I had to fucking sit in here and bait their asses out?
Mm-hmm.
That shit really sucks.
I do remember. I'm thinking about doing something whilst you are doing that as well. That way I can be doing something. Because normally I just sit here, relax, chill, talking. You know, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. But it's only because I don't feel productive. And I'm still not feeling that way. So I'm just going to continue to not do anything.
I'm about to get off and we can watch early because I kind of want to. I've been playing for 2 hours already.
Kind of want to take it in a little early tonight.
Well, I don't want to go to sleep early if that's true.
Oh, okay.
No, I just want to.
Nice. You want to go? Well, you won't make some progress because after we get through with this episode, that'll be where you've been.
That's pretty true.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh no.
Ready for more?
Be right there.
Hey, a workbench. Very nice. You guys can stay here. got some kind of condition. I'm not sure what it is, but please, please, bro, let this dude sell soap to him again.
I'm going.
You fucking moved your head as soon as I shot, you dickhead. Oh, I'm getting hit with a shovel, please!
I'm going. They won't try that again.
Oh, it was a pulse hammer. It wasn't a shovel. It looked like a shovel, though.
I know how to cure my blindness and not have to wear glasses anymore.
How?
I just gotta become evil.
Huh.
Harley Quinn wore glasses, turned psycho and evil, no glasses. Catwoman wore glasses, turned psycho and evil, no glasses anymore. Poison Ivy wore glasses, turned evil and psycho.
Well,
no
hold on.
glasses.
Hold on. Poison Ivy didn't turn evil and psycho. She got chemically altered, so...
So I just gotta hit my villain arc.
Christian has a point to prove that Poison Ivy did not turn evil, she just got chemically altered.
True, and wanting her only evilness came from her methods of trying to save the planet.
Meth does make is illegal, so
Meth does make your thids.
you could just start eating more carrots.
I do very much enjoy carrots. They are my favorite vegetable.
Obviously not if you're still blind.
Yeah, same for me.
What? What are you looking at me later for?
Bro needs Doro's executive review. What a goofy nut.
What are you looking at me later for?
Don't worry about it.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, boo.
My ankles! Oh, hell yeah, dead guy. Hell yeah. Purple berry launch. That sounds fun. What does that weapon do? Oh my god, it does radiation damage, or in-ray damage is what it's called in this game. That's weird. Like bounces. Cool. I'm not shipping my ship in Fallbrook. Ship.
I've taken the liberty of having Sam clear up the floor space. We didn't really need that crate of toilet paper, did we?
So then I says, fine, I'll pay you back for all of it. With interest.
Nice one. You must have... Had him quick in their heels.
I mean, I wasn't really gonna do it. I just wanted to make him feel bad.
Pay you back with interest.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Hello, Krusty Crew. Better rev up those fryers, cause I sure am hungry for help.
My leg. Can't you see we're closed?
Any luck bringing?
That's good.
I don't
That's
like
a
the
good
idea that
scene.
they'll be.
That's a good show. That's a good
Mhm.
man.
Very well.
That's a
I
good
can't promise anything, but let's see what we have
Yeah,
here.
he's-
Well,
Can't have me like
it
Conor
seems like
McGregor,
she,
like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
She's actually
I'll take care
very
of this. I'll take
qualified.
care of this. Hey,
If
buddy,
it
how's
weren't
it
for
going?
her,
Yeah, okay,
I'd
save
wager
your
the
life.
iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
Oh, my boy.
All right. I'll have Celia organize a meeting in neutral territory, the old OSI church in the ruins. Meet us there, and we'll discuss terms.
Oversee the negotiation. Very well. Yay, I'm uniting people. Yay!
Stop it.
The OSI church? More like the OSI flirch.
You know what, Christian?
Yo.
I think you're gonna need to change your Twitch tags. You're gonna have to add comedian on there.
Nah, I prefer being a big booty bitch.
That's why I said add.
I added the max tags I could.
Yeah.
So.
Of course you did.
Yeah. Yeah, of course I did. What, you gotta know something, say some nothing, something about it?
You gotta do it when you.
Alright, let's see if these negotiations work. Hello, everyone. Oh shit, they're gonna do a debate?
Hey, thanks for coming.
Of course, sir.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
That's the spirit.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
If it were, I wouldn't be standing here all vulnerable like.
Sanja, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
What if the iconoclast just supported your supply lines?
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
I'm not saying live outside, just help out in the wilderness once in a while.
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Well, I'll be damned. If you two can work together, maybe there's some hope for this place after all.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
I don't think Sanjar would have hurt anyone if he knew he didn't agree to it.
Void take his agreement. He stood by and let it happen.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
It is. We found correspondence between him and the pirates.
But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I buy it. Sanjar ain't capable of hurting a sprat, even from a distance.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it.
Take it back a notch, Sora. You're here for your people, not the past.
Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. There was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
Glad to hear it. I'm hopeful about this alliance.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
50-Bit says they kill each other before the week's out.
Can we talk?
Ellie, what's up, girl? How you doing? Where you at? I don't see. Okay, you're in that armor.
Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting 4-letter words, I mean.
Just goes to show you there's always a peaceful option.
Sure. And fish sticks are really made from Saltuna. Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double chocolate cacao gelato. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. People don't change. Not really.
Gotta try looking for the good in people.
In my experience, it's spread real thin. Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last.
Nice to know you care.
Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is. Anything else?
Any thoughts?
Something about this Harlow guy isn't on the up and up.
Agreed.
Glad it's not just me. The way Harlow is leaning on his revolutionary bona fides, not to mention his knowing Felix back in the day, something about it feels off.
Don't worry, Ellie. I plan on keeping my eyes open.
Good. That makes 2 of us.
Alright, we'll talk later. She said she wanted to talk, but... that's it, I guess. Okay, what is next? We got journal. Friendships to find Trask. Said that he's on the Groundbreaker. Then we got the Ice Palace. Grant supply remote access to the station. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Awesome. My friends are awesome! I'm so glad I killed Real Bill! Yeah, no. So good. My friend.
You 3. Release me and I will make you king.
Shut up!
You ever notice how our place is a lot like that crime family from the mass market?
Give me the guns.
Here.
I even know to camp with you, bro. I'm kind of feeling sleepy.
What?
I'm kind of feeling
We've
sleepy.
reached HRS-1084, Captain.
You telling me
It's
to
emitting
start
a
it
very
now?
weak docking signal.
Yeah.
I almost
Go ahead,
mislabeled
start
it
it up.
as normal
I'm gonna probably
apparent
make some
static.
food before we sit down and do it, though.
That's fine. I'm just letting you know that I am
Little sleepy.
a little sleepy. Whoa, what the fuck?
What happened?
That's weird. My YouTube went weird. What episode are we on, Sits?
Don't remember per se, but
Who's Percy?
did we finish the last episode we were on? No, I think we stopped in the middle of it, so you should have one in progress.
It is Sits in progress.
Okay. Let me this place looks pretty fun.
Power up and running. I'm shivering in my boots here.
Cool. Let me okay, cool. Alright, I'm quitting the game now. I am doing an outro screen.
Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
And ring that bell.
Yeah.
We didn't need a yeah there. Ring the bubble bell was good enough.
Can we do it again?
No. No, I'm done.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
And ring that bell.
You see, but the bubble wasn't like consistent that time, so like maybe just like be consistent all the time, every time.
No. Oh, shit.
Can I show you the TikTok?
Sure.
You good?